Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we have a match preview for Chelsea versus Villareal, the Super Cup final, the European champions against the BTEC European champions, the Champions League winners against Europa League winners. Chelsea obviously were triumphant over Manchester City back in May or June. So we play the winners of the Europa League, Villareal, who were victorious over Manchester rivals Manchester United. But tomorrow Chelsea are obviously facing off in the Super Cup. Some call it a friendly, some call it a trophy. I'd say it's between. Obviously it's a good chance to win some more silverware for Thomas Tuchel, his third chance of winning silverware. We did lose in the FA Cup final to Leicester City and that was a painful day, but we did win the Champions League instead, so it made it all good in the end. But this is his second chance to win, or it could be his chance to win a second piece of silverware, which is thoroughly deserved, as he has been a revelation to this Chelsea team. Now, Chelsea come off of three official friendlies: Bournemouth, Arsenal and Spurs, in which we beat Bournemouth 2-1, beat Arsenal 2-1 and drew with Spurs 2-2, which is unlike Thomas Tuchel's system to concede 4 goals in 3 games. We conceded 8 goals overall under Thomas Tuchel in the Premier League. That was minimum 10 games, but then in 3 games we conceded 4. Now this could be down to the fact we've been playing Malang Sarr, Trevor Chalobah, Ethan Ampadu, who are great prodigies, but they're not the finished article just yet. So that could be down to it, but maybe also a bit of rustiness. It's obviously not been our first choice squad, but today we will get a chance to see, probably not our first team squad, but close enough to it. Villareal, on the other hand, have actually had a torrid pre-season. Let me read you out their results. It has not been good to be a Villareal season. Since they beat Man United on penalties 11-10, they drew with Levante, lost to Marseille, lost to Leicester and drew with Leeds. Now the last 2, respectable. Leicester obviously came 5th, they won the FA Cup. They did score 2 goals against them, but did also concede 3 and injured Wesley Fofana, along with drawing 2-2 to Leeds. That they also give you a hard game, so scoring 2, actually no, I was about to say scoring 2 goals against Leeds is a feat, but it's not really, because they score a lot of goals as well, but they concede a lot of goals too. So a 2-2 draw and a 3-2 loss against Leicester, our Premier League rivals, you'd say, would probably place them maybe mid-table if they were to play in a Premier League. And obviously Chelsea came 4th, but most of that was under Frank Lampard, and we are going to be challenging for the Premier League title this season, so the odds are in our favour. We are the favourites going into this match. However, it is not all bad news to be Villareal fan at the moment, as they have just signed Gerard Moreno, their marksman, their most clinical player, the guy they rely on to get all their goals. He signed a contract until 2027. Now there was a lot of interest from Chelsea, I think were one of the teams, Arsenal, Liverpool. There was a lot of interest, as he did score a lot of goals for Villareal last season, but he has signed a new contract. So on that side, it is a good time to be a Villareal fan. But then you go into the injuries, and it is not so good. Their main key midfielder, their creator, their Jorginho, Danny Parejo, is out with injury. And their second choice creative midfielder, ex-Arsenal midfielder, Francis Coquelin, is also out with injury. Is he the guy that Eden Hazard put on his arse in that run that he was Arsenal? Oh, is that the guy that did a triple backflip when trying to tackle Eden Hazard? I'm pretty sure it is. He's French anyway. However, Etienne Capoue, once with Watford, and Vicente Iborra, their other midfielders, should be back from injury. So they'll probably start in midfield. However, they've just come back from injuries, so they will not be playing at full fitness. Juan Foyth, once of Tottenham, he is also out injured, as he suffered a late injury blow during Monday's session. That's literally yesterday. Jesus, that is unlucky. And then the hero of the penalty shootout, Willy, he is set to miss out, but La Liga starter, their main choice, Sergio Asenjo, is nailed on to starting goal. Willy is just their tournament keeper. But Sergio Senko is nailed on to starting goal with Chukwueze, once linked with Chelsea, tricky winger. He's also continuing rehabilitation following a muscular injury. Now that does sound like all the injuries, and it is not good. It is not good. But then their main defender, one of the best in the league, Pau Torres, he's just come off playing in the Olympics final for Spain and losing. Yeah, they lost, didn't they? So he's probably gonna start. Oh, what the... I have no clue what just happened. Pau Torres will probably start, but if he does, then he's gonna be exhausted because he's just come off the Olympics final. He had the La Liga, the Europa League on top of that, and then at the end, he was playing for Spain in the Euros, I'm pretty sure. And then he goes and plays in the Olympics. And now he's got to play in the Super Final, Super Cup, Super Final, oh God. So if Pau Torres does start, he will be exhausted, and if he doesn't, then they won't be their first choice defender, and Timo Werner or Kai Havertz or whoever I think is starting will be able to break the lines easily. Can't underestimate Villareal, as they have won the Europa League. However, the odds were not in their favour, or the odds weren't in their favour. That's a good thing for them. So then we can't disrespect them, because Man United were expected to bash them. They lost on penalties, United. Villareal were triumphant, and they also had a decent season in La Liga. I don't know where they finished, but surely it wasn't awful. They will have Champions League football as well after winning the Europa League, so this will also be a good match to play the Champions League winners if they want to play Champions League football next season. Now, as for the lineup, I'll read you out the last lineup against Spurs. In goal, we had Edouard, Mendy. In defence, we had Tony Rudiger, Kurt Zouma, and Trevor Chalobah. Alonso and Hudson Odoi as wing-backs. Kovacic and Kante in midfield. Ziyech, Havertz supporting Werner up top. And we did go 2 up without any changes. And then literally, we brought off Kante, brought on Timmy Bakayoko, and then scored the second 3 minutes later. Then, Pulisic came on as well. Oh, I don't know. Well, it was a similar team. And then after we made 7 changes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 in one go. Then we conceded 2, and we ended up drawing to Spurs somehow. However, I don't think the lineup will be exactly the same. I think it will be similar, especially the midfield and the 2 wing backs and the front 3. But I'll read you it out now. So I've actually gone in goal with Kepa. I said this last time. I think Kepa, this will be a big season for Kepa. If he goes out on loan, then it'll be a big season. I think Thomas Tuchel he knows that he had to slowly, gradually build up Kepa's confidence. And I think he's doing that brilliantly. And I wouldn't be surprised if Kepa starts this game. He hasn't started he didn't start the Arsenal game, I don't think, or the Spurs game. So I'm a bit surprised about that. So I think he will start today's game, or tomorrow's game. In defence, I've stuck with Tony Rudiger at left centre-back, however. I think he was at left centre-back last time. I've gone with Andreas Christensen down the middle. He did come back from training after Denmark were knocked out by England in the semi-final, and Spain's Cesar Azpilicueta also knocked out in the semi-final by eventual champions Italy, who also came back at the same time as Christensen to play right centre-back. So Tony Rudiger, Andreas Christensen in the middle, and Cesar Azpilicueta at right centre-back will be my defence going into this game. It is also the same defence that won the Champions League. Although Thiago Silva did start, he came off with injury, and Christensen replaced him. So this is the back 3 that lifted the trophy. They saw out the rest of their game. Kept a clean sheet against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. As for my wing backs, I've stuck with the same ones from the Spurs game. Marcus Alonso and Callum Hudson-Odoi. We could see Christian Pulisic. I'll speak about in a minute why I don't think the Euro finalists will be playing, or starting at least. Midfield, I've gone with Matteo Kovacic and N'Golo Kante, the same midfield that faced Spurs. Like I said, Jorginho, I don't think will be starting. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I would love for him to start, but I just have a feeling he won't. Moving on to the front 3, I've gone with the same system as in the Champions League final, our last big result. I've gone with Kai Havertz as the false 9. If Pau Torres is playing, then he'll be exhausted. Kai Havertz can run him ragged. That other centre-half, Raul Albiol, he's literally like 42, mate. What are you doing still playing football? He's going to get torn a new one by Kai Havertz, Timo Werner with his pace running in behind, and alongside that, the trickster, the wizard himself, Hakim Ziyech, who's had a scintillating pre-season, 5 goals in 3 games. It's good. It is good. It is good. Very good. So as you can see, my lineup on screen now. What do you guys think about it? Actually, before we do finish, I did just get a notification saying Chelsea's 24-man squad that has travelled to Villareal, or to Belfast to face Villareal, has been announced. The other day I did say the 26-man squad that was released, and this is a little bit different. So last time we had Kepa, Bettinelli, Mendy, and the young 17-year-old keeper. That young 17-year-old keeper is not playing, or has not travelled, so it's Bettinelli, Mendy, and Kepa, which I'm happy about, because I was like, why do you need 4 keepers for one game? 2 or 3, preferably 3, but definitely not 4. Defenders, I'll read you them out. Tony Rudiger, Marcus Alonso, Christensen, Thiago Silva, Kurt Zouma, Trevor Chalobah, Ben Chilwell, Reece James, Cesar Azpilicueta, and Emerson Palmieri. So Trevor Chalobah has made it in, but Ethan Ampadu has been dropped out. Interesting. But at the moment, it's 25-man squad, because we've dropped out 1 player. We've dropped out 2 players, but 1 has been replaced. Midfielders, Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic, Mount, Callum, Hudson, Odoi, Kai Havertz, and Ruben, Loftus cheat. The midfielder I wanted in there. Surely, this is what I was a bit annoyed about. 4 keepers, 3 left wing backs, but also 3 midfielders. Doesn't really make too much sense to me, but now we've got 4 midfielders with Ruben Loftus-Cheek coming in, and forwards, Timo Werner, Tammy Abraham, Christian Pulisic, and Hakim Ziyech. No Armando Broja, as his move to Southampton was confirmed this morning at 9 o'clock. No Romelu Lukaku, because it's not officially done yet, but it is on the horizon. The announcement was expected today, so keep an eye out. Keep an eye out, Chelsea fans. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, you know the business. Thank you very much for watching. Earthquake, and goodbye.